cliche of a thriller. We need to be creative here, because then I started getting bored, because it was like more exciting because you have that little tension. They don't even like each other, but they have to finish the book. Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today's video is I'm going to be listening to audiobooks for a whole week. So I'm actually using this app called Libby. I know they have free audiobooks and you have to have like a library card. I'm super excited because there's like kind of like the most anticipated reads that I've been wanting to listen to. First audiobook that I'm really excited to listen to, it is called I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jenna McCurry. Y'all, my camera died, so I'm gonna have to use my phone for the rest of the video. But yeah, so I grew up watching Jenna McCurry and I was really excited to read her memoir to see what it's about, the behind the scenes of Nickelodeon and what her life was growing up as a TV actor. Welcome to an update, and I'm so tired. But anyways, I had to get a matcha. Of course, I love matcha. Because I need to wake up, because I want to discuss the audiobook. That is so crazy with child actors and everything that wow, like that is insane. Like all the things that her mom did to her, like what was expected and what you had to do in order to get famous, in order to do this and that, and I'm like, that is so crazy. Like I'm listening to her right now in my car while I was getting matcha, and I'm like, damn. I'm at like around 3 hours in. I think I have like 3 hours left, and I already passed like the iCarly one, but it's like she making music. I didn't even know she made music. I'm like sad listening to it, and like how is a 9-year-old drinking Red Bull? That is crazy. And I barely started drinking like caffeine, I don't even know, like last year. What? Anyways, I'm speechless. So I finally finished I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jenna McCurry, and I was not gonna originally rate it because I feel like it's wrong to rate a memoir about someone's life, because it's just wrong. It's just wrong. So the whole time I was listening to the audiobook, I was listening in my car every time I went somewhere. The whole time I was just sad. I was just sad about like what she went through and what she went through Nickelodeon with her family, with her mother. Like damn, she didn't really get a break, did she? If you guys really want to listen to the book or read the book, check trigger warnings, because there was like quite a bit of sensitive topics. It was literally it was sad overall. And she explained Ariana Grande, she explained the girl from iCarly, Miranda, the Nickelodeon side of dark things, and I did not know any about that until I listened to the memoir, and I was like, that happened? Okay guys, I got my camera back. Jenna McCurry actually reads her own book, which is actually really cool, and I like that, because usually in each audiobook it has like a different person. Like, so the next book that I decided to listen to that was actually available, because for the Libby app, you have to wait. It's kind of like obviously it's like a library thingy. You had to wait and everything has to be on hold. You have to wait for a certain amount of weeks. So the only thing that was actually available at the moment was a thriller, and it is called You Shouldn't Have Come Here by Geneva Rose. So I actually have read another book by her. It is called It's a Date Again. It's like a little rom-com, and I love rom-coms, and it's like with the love triangle, but with 3 guys. But this one is about Grace Evans. She is a New Yorker. She's like a city girl, and she wanted to travel somewhere. So she has a big map of the United States, and she darted a random place in the United States, and it landed on Wyoming. And I guess Wyoming isn't considered as a country state, but the host of the Airbnb, his name is Calvin, and he kind of lives in the house too. Grace discovers there is a lack of cell phone service. Typical, it's in a cabin in the middle of nowhere, very cliche of a thriller, and there's a missing woman. This is a thriller with a romance aspect to it, and I was like, okay, this should be different. So we'll see. I'm really excited to read another book of Geneva Rose. So I'm going to start listening to this book to see what I think. 4 hours in-ish. I think I'm gonna finish it today, hopefully. And 54%, so like halfway done. So right now my thoughts are, it's okay. It's Wyoming. It's like a country state. And Calvin, he is a country guy, and you meet like so many characters of Calvin's like family members and friends. When I was reading the blurb on the back, I just don't have a good feeling with Calvin. I know something weird is gonna happen, because like in the blurb it literally says that Calvin is obsessive with love, and I'm like, this is not gonna sit right. And then there's a missing woman that they're trying to figure out at the same time. That's why Grace is like, maybe I should leave, but her car is broken down. So I'm like, right now there's no twist, there's nothing really exciting going on. I know I'm not gonna rate it really high, but I want to know what happens. Alright guys, so I just finished You Should Not Have Come Here by Geneva Rose. Listening to it like an hour in, it was okay. Thrillers, they could be very repetitive. So I'm like, we need to be creative here, because then I started getting bored, but I was determined to finish it. I really wanted to finish it. There is the romance there. I don't know, it wasn't right. And I know like the summary says that Calvin has an obsession with her. It was not right. Or maybe it was because the guy's voice in the audio book, it was like he had a country southern accent. Perfect for Calvin because he is in Wyoming in this book. But like every time he was talking about Grace, like it was not good. It was not cute. It was not sexy. It was not it. It was like creepy. She has a blonde hair and blue eyes, and that's all Calvin would talk about. Calvin, she has a personality. Everything he said about Grace, her eyes are blue. Her eyes are just like the ocean. Please talk about something else about her. Like, please. Repeated multiple times throughout books. Final rating for this book is actually a 2 stars. I was gonna be generous and give it 3 stars, but I was like, no. Typical boring thriller, and give Geneva Rose one more shot. And if that book is not it, I'm not gonna read any more of her thrillers. The last book that I'm going to listen to in this video is actually called The Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros, and it's around 15 hours. It's kind of a little bit longer than Rebecca Yarros. She made Fourth Wing, and that one's like a little bit of fantasy. It's really, really good. I have like a whole reading vlog if you guys are interested in that one, but this one's actually one of her romances. This one's actually really, really interesting. It is about a 20-year-old Georgina Stanton has to start over as she gave up almost everything in her brutal divorce. Okay, now back home at her late great-grandmother's estate in Colorado, she finds herself face to face with Noah Harrison, the best-selling author of a million books where the cover is always people nearly kissing. He is just as arrogant as in interviews, and she'll be damned if the good-looking writer of love story thinks he's the one to finish her grandmother's final novel. Oh my god, that is so interesting. So you're going along with Georgina and Noah, and they're trying to finish her grandmother's novel, and her grandmother is known to be the best romantic novelist in the town. So that's why they have Noah, because he's like the next big thing. He always like an obsessive fan towards Georgina's grandmothers, and they don't really like each other in the beginning. Georgina says something about his books, and she didn't know he was the author of the books, because like the Noah guy, he's like good at making romantic tragedies. As they read Scarlett's World in both the manuscript and her box of letters, they start to realize why Scarlett never finished the book. It's based on her real life romance with the World War II pilots. Yeah, so you have like that World War II going on with the letters, and like I love books with letters because like I feel like they have like a whole different meaning and words. I just love words. Love letters, love. Like if you have that in a book, I'm reading it. So I'm really, really excited to read that one. I am actually 2 hours in. Alright guys, so it's been a few days since I finished listening to The Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros. It kind of has like the past and present time. Georgina Stanton, she divorced this guy. He is like a Hollywood director. So, but then he starts doing like questionable things, and he's just not it. He doesn't treat Georgina right, how a woman should be treated. She finds herself face to face with Noah Harrison, and he is actually a writer. Everyone loves Scarlett's romance, and so does Noah. He is very inspired by Scarlett Stanton's writing. She was basically talking trash about his books, and he was like, well, I am Noah, and you're talking trash about my books. She's like, well, they kind of are. But so they have like that little like they don't like each other energy in the beginning. It's just so funny, super exciting, because you're kind of giving, I love reading about bookish books. I love reading when the person's an author, a publisher, or a journalist. This audiobook was actually quite long. It was around like 14 to 16 hours. The listening experience was really amazing. The guys and a girl, which is Georgina, and then you have the past, which is you're following Scarlett and Jameson and their little love story and what happened with them at the war. I don't really mind with the war stuff, including Divine Rivals. It has like a little war aspect. I don't know what it was. I think it was too much war. Like Georgina and Noah, they're both reading the letters that Scarlett left behind, and I kind of got really bored. I really loved Georgina and Noah's little life story, or their point of views, because it was like more exciting, because you have that little tension. They don't even like each other, but they have to finish the book chapter, blah blah blah, Scarlett, and I'm like, we're going back to the war, we're going back to Scarlet. And I was like, no, I wanted more Georgina and Noah. See that there's like a little bit of like the letters from the war. Yeah, so overall it is a really good story. There were so many good quotes in this book. The plot twist, I did not mention the plot twist. I was in shock, and I was like, I didn't think we were gonna have a plot twist. I thought this was a cute little romance, but there's a plot twist, and that makes sense. I should have known that. I did not know that, of course. Caught me off guard. But yeah, so I think my final rating for this book, it's going to have to be 4.2. Really, really good, but the war was kind of dragging it. That is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me listening to these audiobooks. And yeah, so that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!